to just do the one, because sometimes I got to mix it up a little bit. Thank you very much. Back at you. That's so kind of you. And I'll tell you, I've said it before, a couple of things before I come out here when I start the show. I'm in my dressing room. I watch people dance. I watch people sing. Good rap right there, by the way. That was fantastic. Unbelievable. I was like, I've never heard that song before, and I look at the screen, and it's you. It was really, really good. And then another thing, I watch people, as the show starts, I watch people actually try to sing along to the theme song, and it's amazing how few people know the words to the theme song. It's just, you know, and it's not like you hear it, you know, all the time, so I get it. It's not, but the words aren't that hard, Tony. But the thing is, you ever hear, you know, there are certain songs that you want to hear over and over and learn all the words. You ever hear a song on the radio and they don't tell you what the song is? You miss, you know, the beginning, so you're hoping they tell you at the end. They never do. And you're obsessed to find out what's that song. I have no idea what it is, but so you just keep, like, hoping to hear it again, and you're becoming just totally obsessed with it, and you make a pledge, Mama, as God is my witness. Not another day will pass. I don't know the name of that song. And so you're listening to the radio for hours and hours, and you know, all you really have memorized now is the commercial that runs way too much. 588-2300 Empire. And so that's the only one you know. And then you keep missing, every time you keep missing the name of the song, because you tune in, like I said, right after it starts to play. So you start asking your friends, like, do you know the name of that song? It goes like this. It's like, and that's all you know is that one kind of catch thing, and you're thinking, they'll know. And then they're like, what? Then maybe if you do it louder, and it's so clear in your mind, and they're like, and you're like, it says something about love or something. I don't know. It's like, it says, oh girl, or oh Earl. I don't know. It says something. I bet if I hummed this, they'd know what it was. They'd know that, a heartbeat. But humming, by the way, I've figured out is an art form that is highly underrated. If you waste all your money on your kids going to school and taking their piano lessons and guitar lessons, if kids would take humming lessons, I'll tell you, it'd be an easier world, because it's a gift to be able to hum. It really is. Try, next time you have to get a point across to somebody about a song, try humming it. Sometimes, actually, you never find out what the song is that you've been chasing after, and sometimes it's for the best, because sometimes you're like, it's the coolest song, you guys, if you only knew, and then you find out it's like Alvin and the Chipmunks or something like that, you know. But no matter what the song is, if you can dance to it, I like it. Way to sit down. I decided to try that way.
Never November.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's never November.
Never November.
I might try to sit from this way tomorrow. Yeah. That's because I'm excited, because this is a good show. I gotta say. Pierce Brosnan is here. course, he's 007, but After the Sunset is a good movie, and he's fantastic in it. It's Matthew Fox is here from Lost. Scary. And Party of Five. It's a very handsome show today, isn't it? Yeah. It's a handsome show. And sitting in the luxury box today are roving reporters Tony and Matthew Snyder. Hello, Tony and Matthew. We had to change up the luxury box for you because there was not enough room, and I like the love seat in there. It's very cozy.
Yeah, it's very comfy.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's great. You have your own special little area, and no wind will get to you. We have the glass right there. And here's the report that they sent in from Wake Forest, North Carolina, by the way, just to remind you who they are.
This is roving reporter Tony Snyder reporting live from Wake Forest, North Carolina, where we have discovered some unusual spider activity. But what's so intriguing are the hundreds of baby spiders clustered around only one of the sacks. Cameraman, if you could zoom in further to give the viewer a closer look as to what's causing all this spider commotion. Back to you, Ellen.
That's right. There were the spiders. See, the spiders were watching the show. They had a little plasma TV in their little web, or a little TV. All right, and now what do you do for a living, Tony?
I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 daughters. Karina's 3 years old, and Erica and Sydney, they're 5-month-old twin girls.
What?
Yeah.
How in the world? You know, we ask people to be roving reporters, thinking people have time on their hands. How do you have a 3-year-old and 2 5-month-old twins, and you have time to be a roving reporter?
Well, my husband messes around a little bit with videography. He does weddings, and he plays around with the computer as a hobby, and he saw the roving reporter idea on your show, and we did it.
It was good camera work, zooming in like that. It was excellent work. I liked it. It was really creative. That's why we picked it. It was really good. Now, and what's going on with the spiders now?
My daughter is playing with them. She puts them in a little red bucket, and they're her baby spiders.
Just putting it in a red bucket, does she know that they climb out of the red bucket?
No, she got them all tangled up, so we had to cut them loose.
Yeah, cut them loose?
Yeah.
Are they on leashes? What does that mean?
Yeah.
So she likes spiders?
Baby spiders.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the babies are adorable. It's when they get grown, they're not so cute anymore. All right, so, and where are the kids today?
They're with their Grandma Sue, Grammy Sue. She's keeping an eye on them.
Back in North Carolina?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. This is a nice little vacation. I'm glad you could be here.
Yeah,
Thanks
we'll
for
need
having
it.
us.
Thanks. Yeah.
Getting inside the house.
Stay as long as you'd like. We can get you a fold-out bed for there if you'd like to sleep over or something. All right, keep an eye out, see if there's anything else you want to report on for us here, all right?
Okay.
All right, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Keep in mind, remember, their careers began by logging onto our website and downloading their official reporting gear, so you can do it too. I mean, don't let them intimidate you by the fancy videography word that they used. You know, it's a video camera, and you download our stuff, and you can, you know, but that was really creative. That's why we liked it. All right, so Thanksgiving is about a week away. The food donations are really piling up for our Thanks for Giving food drive. And would like to encourage you to start your own. So send us your photos or videos so we can see the progress that you're making in your area. And because we really want to encourage, and everybody here, we're encouraging to bring 1 or 2 food items, non-perishable food items. And hopefully everybody's starting to do that when you come see the show. And also, I was just in New York for my very first RSVP Ellen trip. And when I was there, I finally got to meet with the Donald. And this Friday, we're going to show you my visit to the boardroom. And let's just say this. You'll see what happened. All right. The other day, yeah, if that doesn't make you watch. The other day, Friday, I believe the show was. I'm not sure, actually, but I made a mistake. I was a little sick. I was a little under the weather. I'm battling a cold, and so I was taking some Robitussin. And so sometimes cold medicine can make you say things that you don't really mean to say. And I make mistakes a lot. And you see them, I see them, and sometimes we just let them go and go, oh, I made another mistake. But this I feel like I have to point out. I was talking during the monologue about dancing and how important dancing is. And I was trying to make a point, and I made the wrong point. Here's a tiny bit of that. Actually, in West Side Story, that's how they dealt with their anger, by dancing. And I think, wouldn't that be great if all the world's problems were solved by fighting? Just all of a sudden... I didn't mean that. See, that was the Robitussin talking, and I didn't notice until somebody pointed out to me. I thought I was trying to say, someone pointed out to me, I said that, and I punched him. And I said, but what I was trying to say is, wouldn't it be a better world if we could solve the world's problem by dancing? And I was, like, as I said, I was fighting a cold, and I should have been dancing a cold. Because I believe it's dance a cold, sing a fever. I'm sure it is. Thank God I was just hosting a TV show and not operating heavy material. Machinery. Did I mention I'm still on Robitussin? It's the daytime stuff. Supposedly, it's really, you're not supposed to operate heavy machinery, and clearly you shouldn't talk either. But, well, here we go with the show. Don't go away. When we come back, Pierce Brosnan will be sitting right here, I hope. Our first guest played the suave secret agent James Bond for nearly a decade. Currently, he's starring in the action comedy After Sunset. Please welcome the dashing Pierce Brosnan. I don't know how to fix it, but I know it's hanging. And
Can you hear me?
Something's hanging. All right.
It's hanging well.
Yeah.
It's hanging well so far.
I was going to ask you.
They can hear me. It's good.
I don't know what you... let me just hold this. How are you?
I'm great.
I don't know how to fix it, but it shouldn't be...
But can they hear me?
Yeah, well, they can like this, but I doubt if I let that happen.
So we shouldn't have hugged.
No, we did the right thing.
Are we okay?
Kiss me.
Right now?
Fine?
Oh, this is good. We're good.
I hope it's fine. All right.
We're off and running.
It's good to see you, and you look fantastic.
Oh, I'm trying.
You look really good. Now, you know, the kiss me thing, I'm on Robitussin. Let me just tell you that.
Good.
I may regret it in the morning. I don't know what I'm doing.
So that means I've got it now.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm past that.
It's all right, I've already got it. My kids have got it.
So you've now given it back to me.
Possibly.
Yeah.
That's what happens between friends.
That's the risk we take. This is the downside of the business, is getting each other sick back and forth. Right?
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
This is true. Anyway, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you. We actually met. I think your wife was pregnant at that dinner. Was it?
It was about a year and a half ago.
Was it just that?
Maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, so I thought she was still pregnant with a little baby, and your baby's 3 now?
He's 3. Yeah, so it was longer than that. It was
I
like
think so.
3.5 years ago.
I think it was.
Well,
But we were.
we were having a good time. I know that. There was a lot of wine flowing.
There was wine.
Because the person whose party it was loves wine and has a great collection of wine and drank a lot of wine. But I remember you were there. And
right.
I think that was the first time we met, and now's the second. And
yeah, and it's good to see you.
And it's great to see you too.
And I like the movie. It's really good. It's really good.
I like it. I'm very proud of it. I think it moves along. I think it's a good date movie. It's kind of,
and
I wouldn't say it's a family film, but
no, it's not.
not really. I mean, but there's no explicit sex or violence in it or anything like that.
No, but you and Salma Hayek are making out nonstop.
It was in the script.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just an actor. It's like
you do what you're told.
I just do what I'm told. Just show up, you know, open the briefcase, get the performance out, put it on.
And you're not going to do. I guess everybody's talking about this. That you're not going to do the new. You're not going to be James Bond again.
No, it's over. That's it.
How come?
Thank you. How come? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. They just changed their mind. I mean, the Broccolis, the family who owns this, franchise, they've been in business for 40 years. My contract was up. I was contracted for 4. And after the 4th, they asked me back for the 5th. And I said yes. And that was right before I was to go on the road to promote the 4th film. They said, come back, it's all so good. And I said, great. I said to my wife, I said, wonderful. We can put the extension on the bedroom. You know, this is nice. And then in the middle of negotiations, they kind of changed their mind.
Oh.
And so, but listen, it's business. I'm not downhearted. Go out on top, it was wonderful.
Well, I'll tell you, when I heard you're not doing it again, I turned down the role of Bond girl right away.
You did. Well, thank you.
I said no.
A true friend.
Yeah.
True friend.
I said I'm not doing it if he's not doing it. I
There you
won't.
go. See what they missed with that little kiss that we had at the beginning?
Oh, you can see the chemistry we would have had.
Chemistry would have been
Yeah.
flying like that.
I was out looking for one-piece bathing suits. I was...
Well, we can still do something
Yeah,
else,
yeah.
I'm sure. Maybe,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, well,
doing...
don't worry, I've got plans for it, but I don't know what I'm going to
Now,
do.
we're going to try and do Thomas Crown too,
Yeah.
so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be a crown girl.
There you go. Thank you. Well, we signed a writer up last week, and we've started, you know, working on it. And people have asked over the, you know, the time since the last one, are you going to do it? You should do it.
Yeah.
And so we're going to give it a try.
Oh, that'll be great. And then you can still do the extension on the bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely. Yeah.
Now, and what about, so was it, where did you get this picture? Is this from the last movie, the James Bond,
Yeah, that's the Vanquish. Well, I read the script, and they...
And you got to keep this car?
Yes.
It's an Aston Martin, right?
Yeah, it's a very cool car.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous.
And up until that point, see, I'd done 4 movies. The first 3 movies was with the BMW, and they put the Aston back. And as everybody knows, Aston and Bond are a match made in heaven. So I said to my agent, do you think it's possible to get one? He said, yeah, sure.
Do you drive it a lot?
Just to take the kids to school. Really. That's about it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
And I
pretty
go to
cool.
the office. I live in Malibu, and I go down to the office in Santa Monica, and that's about it.
Wow.
But the boys, I take them to school in the morning. Dad, who wants to, you know, Dad will take them to school, take them to school. And it's always in that car.
How cool is that? James Bond driving Aston Martin. Bye, kids. And oh, that's great.
It's part of the fantasy. It's part of the world.
It really is.
Yeah.
All right, we have to take a break. We'll be back right after this. We're back to Pierce Brosnan, and that is a clip from After the Sunset. I think I introduced you and said After Sunset, but it's After the Sunset.
Yeah, After the Sunset.
Yes.
As opposed to Before the Sunset, which is also another movie.
Another movie,
Yeah,
right.
A lot of sunsets.
Right. But this is After the Sunset. I want to make sure I get that right.
After the Sunset,
Because somebody would be
yeah.
lining up for After Sunset, which is probably another movie. And we don't want them to do that.
No, we don't.
Now, did you
Anyway,
have, you said the Bahamas, that's where you shot it.
Yeah, we were 3 months down there, and that was great because I had my family there. Keely and the boys came down. And so I had family life, I had movie life, and
That's the family right there. I bet they did move down there. You and Selma
Yeah.
making out all the time.
well, that's that's my boy Sean behind, and that's Dylan and Keely.
And then you have, and then you have a younger one too.
And then we had the little boy Paris, and she was pregnant with him,
Right,
and
I
we
think,
met.
yeah. We don't know, I think so. Anyway, and so now you're Dylan, the 7-year-old, the picture of,
Right.
Is he very impressed by that Dad's Bond?
Kind of, yes and no. I mean, the last picture he came down and he visited the set, and it was good because it was a great day. It was the opening sequence, and if you remember the last movie, or maybe you don't remember the last movie, but there was 7,000 Koreans chasing James Bond, and anyway, he came down this particular day, and I thought this is magnificent. It wasn't planned, but it was a huge sequence. I had to run for felt like about half a mile, and there was 12 cameras. Big setup. They'd been planning it for about 4 days. Dylan was there. And he said, this is wonderful. And the bad guys' camp had all these Aston Martins, Ferraris, Porsches. And he said, can I look at them? And I said, okay. He looked at them. And then they said, we're ready to do the shot. Action. I started running. They start firing bullets, bombs going off. I punched the guy. Great take. I come whizzing over to him. I said, did you like that? Did you watch Daddy? And he said, can we go see the cars? I said, yeah, we can go see the cars, but I said, did you see it? And he said, are the cars all right? I said, yeah, the cars are all right. Come, let's go see the cars. And that was it.
Very humbling.
Very humbling.
Oh.
So that, that was his first real big day on a James Bond set. So he's switched on to Dad is Bond now.
Yeah.
And yesterday we were going to the movies and this woman came out and was talking about Bond and she said, oh, I love you. And we walked away and he says, Dad, it's amazing. You're no longer Bond, but they still like you.
That's
and
adorable.
I said, well, hopefully it keeps going, son.
Yeah.
Long may it last.
It will last. You are you're obviously gorgeous and talented, and you will have a career long beyond this, and they don't know what they're doing. So. After the Sunset is playing in theaters everywhere, we're going to try to put Houston in a movie right after this. We'll be right back. All right. So here's the story, just in case. I beg you to watch every day, but some people don't, so I got to recap the people that aren't watching every day. It was Houston's birthday, and I decided for a birthday present, because he wants to be a stuntman, really, but he's a PA here, so I thought, I'm going to get him in a movie. I'm going to put him in a movie as a stuntman. That's my birthday gift to him. So I opened up the Yellow Pages, called up Warner Brothers, got through from the front desk all the way to casting, and we talked to this guy named Nathan. He said, I got the Dukes of Hazzard movie going on. I'm interested. So we decided they got the measurements for his clothes, for what he'd wear, and then also we wrote a scene, and we basically had Houston and Nate show what he could do, and boy, did he show what he could do. He did it, and he showed he could fight, and more important than that, he showed that he could emote, and
emote.
You'll look it up later. And then, all right, take a look at the clip.
Son, I do believe that's the hat Miss Daisy Duke gave me.
You must be dreaming, boy. Daisy gave this hat to me.
I don't think so. She gave it to me yesterday, so why don't you give it here, friend?
Well, hey, I'm not going to hand over this hat, but I will hand this over.
You just hit me in my nose!
Yeah. Get up here! Get up here! Get up here!
It's as if the part was written for him, I tell you. And you did an excellent Southern accent. It was
thanks.
Yeah. Where are you from again?
Kentucky.
Oh, yeah, you're from Kentucky. Well,
am
it was
a redneck.
excellent. It was almost like you went to a voice coach or something. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to call up Nathan, and I'm going to get this thing all sewn up, because this is long enough that we're just waiting. We're going to see if he actually saw when did this air? Yesterday? Friday?
Catching.
Hey, it's Ellen DeGeneres for Nathan.
Hey, yeah, hang on, please.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah. Put you right through like that. Hopefully he's watching. I don't know when it was on. Was it on yesterday?
This is Nathan.
Nathan?
Hello.
Hi, it's Ellen DeGeneres.
Hello.
Hello there.
How are you?
I'm fine. Listen, did you see Houston's audition that we put on the air for you?
Was it the one that when he was in Alabama falling down the stairs?
No.
Oh.
No, that was today.
Oh.
No, this was, you didn't see the audition?
No.
Do you watch every day?
I usually, yes. We were in a
Usually.
meeting today.
That was the one day you didn't?
Yeah.
I wish you would have seen it.
I do.
Yeah, it was really, really good. He got beat up by Nate, and we flipped him in the air. He flipped in the air, and he did a garbage can on top of him, and he got kicked, and he was beat senseless. Just for you, Nathan. You didn't see it?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but you didn't see it.
No. I'll have to, I TiVo'd it probably over here.
Is this really Nathan?
This is really Nathan.
It sounds like one of those identity blocking mechanisms on your voice where it's actually a woman, and it's you don't want to say who you really are.
Every woman.
How long have you been in casting, Nathan?
For like 4 years.
All right. Listen, all right, is he hired? This is enough of the chit-chat.
Yeah, yes. We do have him hired. I'm putting a deal together. We have tentative dates for him to come out.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, because I'll tell you what, Tom Hanks is on the show next Wednesday, and he makes movies all the time.
Oh, he does. He makes some great movies.
Right, so is he in for sure?
He's in for sure.
All right, all right.
I don't believe it.
Sounds good.
Where's my glasses?
I'm trying to catch your cold.
All right, so that's fantastic. What's his salary?
It's good. It's good. Stuntmen make good money.
All right, that's a relative term, good.
It's great.
I
I'll do it free.
want to make sure.
You'll be able to buy some Prada shoes.
I want a 2-picture deal and I want benefits. And Pierce Brosnan was just here. He got the Aston Martin that he drove in James Bond. I'm sure that there's going to be a car in the movie.
Yes, there is a NASCAR in the movie.
Yeah, well, then Houston wants that.
Okay. I'm writing it in right now in
All
pencil.
right, Nathan, fantastic.
All right.
We'll make sure that you get that tape, all right?
Oh, yes, sounds good.
Yeah, I got to go now because Matthew Fox is joining us. You know Lost? You know that show?
Yes.
Matthew Fox is on right now.
All right.
Yeah, so
It's an amazing show.
yes, it is. All right, Nathan, thanks a lot.
Thanks so much, Ellen.
All right, bye. Matthew Fox joins us right after this. We'll be right back. All right, everything okay in the luxury box over there? You're doing okay?
Doing good.
Fantastic. All right. Oh, that's cute. All right. Our next guest plays the courageous Dr. Jack Shepherd on one of my favorite new shows, ABC's mega hit Lost. Please welcome the handsome Matthew Fox.
Hey,
They do like you.
that is a wonderful welcome. Thank you.
And it's nice to see you. I'm thrilled for you. I'm thrilled for the success of the show. You told me we ran into each other at the Emmys, and you said, I've got a show coming on. And
I did, and my wife and I introduced ourselves to you, and we'd had a few cocktails by that time of the night, and we were very, very excited to meet Ellen. And we're big fans, and you were a little confused by our enthusiasm.
yeah. Well, it was a lot of enthusiasm, and I liked it.
Yes.
But I just you just said I hope I can do the show soon. I have this this new show that I'm on.
And you kind of looked at me like, okay.
Well, I didn't know the show; it hadn't been
I
on
know,
yet.
I
And then
know.
I saw the show, and I was like, oh my God,
know.
I can't wait to have you on. And I've been because you shoot in Hawaii, right?
Yes, in Oahu.
So and it's just gorgeous there.
It is. We obviously we're very happy. I mean, not only do we get to work on this thing that we're all so that we believe in so much and that is doing so well, but we also get to shoot in Hawaii, which is a place that I've been traveling for 6 or 7 years on vacation. And my wife and I have always dreamed of being able to combine being in Hawaii and work at the same time. So it's the perfect combination.
It is. Now, do you helicopter into those remote locations, or how do you get there every day?
No, a lot of times we have to use these sort of military vehicles with like kind of an 8-track type thing, 8 wheels. That
Not an 8-track,
not an
like a
8-track
music
tape player,
thing.
exactly. That because we get these really
I'm listening to Peter Frampton on the way there or something.
exactly.
Come on, you know trucks, go on.
Yes, this is some sort of military
Yeah.
vehicle that because we get these really intense rainstorms and suddenly everything will turn to mud and we have to get back in there. We have to use these trucks.
And now, I don't know if you're watching the show or not, but I've been talking about it because it's really, it's got, as I've said, it's sort of like, how have I described it before?
I don't know.
It's like Gilligan's Island. It's a scary, scary Gilligan's Island. I mean, it really is.
I don't see the Gilligan's Island
No?
thing very much. But
Well, you're all stuck there. You can't get off. It's about a plane crash on an island, and there's all these people that, by the way, in the flashbacks, you start learning about the characters, which is really creative for the writers, because you're
Right.
thinking, where can this go? But you can flash back and see, but everybody has the same facial hair, because you can't shave like for earlier, because you've got to always look.
Right,
The
yeah,
same
exactly. We can't do a lot of big physical changes in the flashbacks because we have to come right back and like the very next day be shooting stuff that's in present time.
Right.
Although I think we're doing a pretty good job with that. We're trying to change things up and,
Right.
obviously going back in time. But you know, the flashback stuff is a really great tool for Lost. I mean, I'm not a big fan of flashback in general in storytelling. But for Lost, it's turned out to be the most amazing premise for it because it really gives the audience a peek into these characters in their lives leading up to the crash. And they get to kind of get drawn in a way that the characters that they're interacting with on the island don't know these things about them. So I think it's a really great tool for us.
It is, because these people all go down, they're all traveling, and they don't know each other. I mean, and suddenly you're stuck with these people, and you don't know why somebody acts the way they do until you start. I mean, there are all these histories, and you suddenly understand why somebody is so angry or why somebody is so...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like we learned last week about...
About Sawyer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's definitely got some serious issues.
Yeah, he's an angry, angry man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some issues with him as well.
It's really good. I mean, and now the scary thing too, the plane crash, they keep flashing back to how everyone experienced it, what they were doing at the time, is one of the scariest reenactments of what it must be like to. It's really hard to watch.
I agree. You know, J.J. Abrams directed the pilot, and he went back and watched a lot of sequences of plane crashes that he had seen over his, over his lifetime, and I think he just did the most amazing job of making that a really terrifying sequence. And I get asked a lot whether or not that was really difficult to shoot or anything, but the thing is that working with JJ, he really sets that stuff up for you in a way that makes it actually easier for you, because you're trying to create a certain, you're trying to make this picture of what the characters are going through. So I think he really makes that easy for you.
Well, some people, I've tried to get people to watch, and I have friends that are scared of they won't watch anything scary. And so the plane crash thing was too scary, but now we're done with that. But there's a monster on the island, at least a monster. There's all kinds of scary things.
Yeah, monster's a heavy word.
Well, it's a noise that comes from way up high, and trees get knocked down when it walks.
We try to we're trying to stay, yes, but we're trying to stay away from the word monster.
All right, it's a person that is would shop at a big and tall shop. It's just a large person. Because
it could be a giant.
Yeah. That's the noise you hear. So if that's a person, it's a monster. Don't act like it's not a monster. Okay. All right, and what we're going to do when we come back, we have to go to commercial. When we come back, we are going to catch you up in a very, I think, entertaining way to what's going on the island. We'll be right back, right after this. We're back with Matthew Fox. Okay, for the few of you who haven't seen the show, Matthew and I are going to bring you up to speed so you can be fans like the rest of us. Enjoy, please, the Ellen DeGeneres Show rendition of Lost. I'm not going to move to these caves, Jack.
The caves are natural shelter, Kate. Everyone else is here. Korean woman who really speaks English but pretends not to. Helpful, overweight, good guy with a good sense of humor, even the Hobbit from the Lord of the Rings. Is that?
I'm staying on the beach with all the extras who don't get lines to wait for the rescue plane.
Is that the reason? I mean, do you want to make out with the rebel with the rebel Dimples again? He's a loose cannon. Doesn't it drive you crazy that he calls you Freckles?
Are you jealous?
It's not safe, Kate. You should be with me in the cave so that we can further our romantic storyline.
That's the other reason I'm not moving to the caves, the invisible monster.
Don't worry about the monster. That was brought up in the first 2 episodes and never mentioned again.
Are you bleeding? Are you all right?
I'm fine. It's just a broken shoulder.
Maybe you should take your shirt off and let me look at that.
I'm fine, Kate. I'm worried about you.
I mean it, Jack. Take off that shirt right now.
Kate, I'm not going to take my shirt off. That would just be gratuitous.
Just because you're a doctor. Okay. Just because doctor doesn't mean I can't take care of you. Now, I'm telling you for the last time, take off that shirt.
Just what kind of criminal are you?
You're the criminal for stealing my heart. Now you're caught up. Lost is on Wednesdays at 8 on ABC. One more thing right after this. I'd like to thank Pierce Brosnan, Matthew Fox, Tony and Matthew Snyder. Tomorrow, Allison Janney and Alicia Keys will be here. Oh, and one more thing. We're going to take Matthew Fox back to the Riff Raff room to meet Jamie Gibbons, who got tickets today just to see him. So we're going back there right now because she came here just for you.
Right on.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Where? Oh, there she is. She's very excited. Look at that. Jamie, this is Matthew.
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
That's Matthew. Yeah.
I love the
How,
show.
how did
thank
you
you.
not get in? You got tickets and then you came late?
I know,
or?
we actually didn't think we were gonna get in, and then we did get in, and then we couldn't get here in time, and I was like showering, and I was like, I gotta go, and then I got here.
See what showering will do. If you hadn't showered, you would have been there. But now you're getting to meet him anyway. But
And
you
I don't
smell nice and good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, let me just make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. Fantastic.
Good.
All right,
Oh my
well,
God.
this
Nice
was
meeting you.
It's very nice meeting you. I'm
and then
such
the
a
whole
big
cast
fan.
is here, I think, somewhere. They're all. Yeah. No, right in front of me. Y'all actually, you blended into the Riff Raff. I actually didn't even recognize you. What's wrong with you? All right. Hey, bye. See you tomorrow.